Assault with a deadly weapon. In New York, assault with a deadly weapon is defined as intentionally causing physical injury to another person using an object or tool capable of causing death or serious harm. The implications of an assault charge can be significant, potentially affecting one's freedom, livelihood, and future. If you or someone you know has been charged with assault with a deadly weapon in New York, it's essential to seek legal guidance promptly. Our New York criminal defense attorneys at Lebedin Kofman LLP can offer support by thoroughly examining the case, developing a strong defense strategy, and helping to address the complex criminal justice system. Assault with a deadly weapon in New York. Assault is legally defined as the intentional or reckless infliction of physical injury upon another person. Notably, assault cases often become more severe when a deadly weapon is involved. Commonly, people associate deadly weapons with firearms and knives, but legally, the term can extend to any object capable of causing serious injuries when used in a harmful manner. Assault with a deadly weapon is charged under several degrees depending on the severity of the attack, the intent behind it, and the outcome of the assault. Assault in the first degree. As described in NY Penal Law Section 120.10, this involves the intentional infliction of serious physical injury using a deadly weapon, such as causing permanent disfigurement, severe long-term impairment, or life-threatening injuries. Classified as a Class B felony, this degree also includes reckless behavior with a complete disregard for human life that results in serious harm or death. Assault in the second degree. Defined under NY Penal Law Section 120.05, this involves the intentional or reckless infliction of injury using a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. This includes causing significant but not life-threatening injuries, such as broken bones, or injuries requiring extensive medical treatment. Classified as a Class D felony, the intent here need only be to injure, which implies a lesser degree of harm. Assault in the third degree. As defined in NY Penal Law Section 120.00, this involves the intentional or reckless infliction of physical injury, which may include minor injuries such as bruises, cuts, or temporary pain. Classified as a Class A misdemeanor, it can also involve criminal negligence where a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument is used, leading to injuries that are less severe than the first and second degrees. Examples of deadly weapons under New York law. As defined in NY Penal Law Section 10.00(12), a deadly weapon is any instrument, device, or thing capable of causing death or serious physical injury. Here are some examples of what might be considered deadly weapons under New York assault laws. Firearms. Any type of gun, including handguns, rifles, and shotguns, is considered a deadly weapon. Knives. This includes not only large blades such as hunting knives or switchblades but also potentially smaller pocket knives depending on their usage in a crime. Blunt instruments. Objects like baseball bats, hammers, or crowbars can be classified as deadly weapons if used in a manner likely to cause serious physical injury or death. Key elements to prove the charges. In New York, the prosecution of assault with a deadly weapon requires demonstrating specific elements beyond a reasonable doubt. Understanding these elements can provide valuable insights into the legal challenges faced by defendants and the strategies employed by both defense counsel and prosecutors. Intent is a pivotal element in the prosecution of assault with a deadly weapon. New York law requires that the perpetrator must have intended to cause physical injury to the victim. Establishing intent can involve examining the circumstances of the assault, the actions leading up to it, and any statements made by the defendant. Intent not only differentiates degrees of assault but also influences the potential defenses available, such as self-defense or lack of intent due to mental incapacity. Another critical element is the use of a deadly weapon in committing the assault. The prosecution must prove that the defendant used or attempted to use such a weapon during the assault. The presence of a weapon escalates the severity of the charge and is a key factor in classifying the assault as a felony. Under New York law, to be charged with assault, there must be actual physical contact and resultant injury. This requirement emphasizes the presence of tangible harm or injury to the victim, distinguishing it from broader interpretations of assault that might include mere threats or the fear of harm. Legal penalties for assault with a deadly weapon. The potential prison term for an assault with a deadly weapon charge in New York varies greatly depending on the specifics of the charge and the convicted individual's previous criminal record. For an assault with a deadly weapon in the third degree, classified as a Class A misdemeanor, the court may impose up to 1 year in jail and fines reaching $1,000. On the other hand, felony charges carry much sterner penalties. For example, a Class D felony assault might lead to as much as 7 years in prison and fines up to $5,000. Defending against an assault with a deadly weapon charge. In New York, defenses against a charge of assault with a deadly weapon are crucial for the accused, as the stakes are high given the serious nature of the crime. Effective defense strategies can lead to a reduction of charges, acquittal, or other favorable outcomes. One of the most prevalent defenses in assault cases is self-defense or the defense of others. New York law allows individuals to use reasonable force to protect themselves or others from what they reasonably believe to be an imminent threat of bodily harm. In cases involving a deadly weapon, the defense must show that the defendant's perception of threat was reasonable and that the response, use of a deadly weapon, was proportionally necessary under the circumstances. Two other effective defenses are proving the lack of intent or a case of mistaken identity. If the defense can create reasonable doubt about the defendant's intent, perhaps arguing that the incident was accidental or a result of misunderstanding, it may lead to an acquittal or lesser charges. Similarly, mistaken identity can be a robust defense, especially in chaotic situations or poor investigative practices where the wrong person may have been identified as the perpetrator. How a New York assault attorney can help. In the context of New York's legal system, particularly with serious charges such as assault with a deadly weapon, the role of a criminal defense attorney is crucial. Effective legal representation can significantly alter the outcome of a case, from the trial phase to appeals. Our New York assault attorneys at Lebedin Kofman LLP can aid through protecting clients' rights, negotiating plea deals or sentence reductions, and pursuing post-conviction relief if necessary. Contact Lebedin Kofman LLP today at 646-663-4430 to discuss your case, explore your legal options, and get knowledgeable support every step of the way.